Hey guys, Katie here. Thank you so much for being here. This hair tutorial has been probably the most requested tutorial in my DMs, on Instagram, on YouTube. However you can get in touch with me, you have been asking for a hair tutorial and I am here to deliver. I don't want to blab, I just want to thank you so much for being here. And if you want to see exactly how I get this look, just keep watching. First things first, as always, any of the products that I talk about in this video and any of the things that I am wearing today will be linked down in the description bar. If I leave anything out or if you have any other questions, be sure to leave me a comment. But for the most part, I think everything is covered. So the first thing I want to review are the products that I use in my hair. I typically let my hair air dry. So after the shower, I will put in the Kin Radical Volume Spray. And I put this in when it's damp right after the shower. And then I will just spray it down this middle part. I'll spray it like in this area and then like right in the back of my head. I'll just kind of like comb it through the hair and then I just go to sleep with it wet. But before I do go to sleep, I also put in the Wella Professional's Oil Reflections oil. I love this because it's really lightweight on the hair. It doesn't weigh the hair down, but I can use like 4 or 5 pumps of this and it really saturates and hydrates the hair. My hair is naturally curly, but since living in Utah, it isn't as curly as I wish it was, but this helps to rehydrate the hair after the shower and make sure that any natural curl that I have stays in place. Then when I wake up with the natural dew that I've been blessed with, which is a little cray-cray, I am then ready to style. I don't love heat styling, blow drying. Probably happens only when I go and get my hair cut and colored, just because I don't love the way that it makes my hair feel, and I don't feel like I can get a good blow dry job, so this is where we're at in my life. I just air dry my hair and then I go in with a heat protectant. This is the heat protectant that I love. This is the SEBASTIan Trilliant spray, and it does have a sparkle complex, and some girls are like, I'm not gonna use that because it has glitter, and although it does have glitter in it, it isn't going to be glittery on your hair, although I wish it was. The more glitter, the better in my opinion, but if you're not a glitter gal, don't be frightened of this product. It just has a light reflecting sparkle complex, so when you shake it up, you can see little flecks of shimmer in there, which will make your hair look so hydrated and beautiful and luxurious. Not that it's gonna look wet or glittery, it's just going to keep the hair protected and make sure that your hair is still looking hydrated and beautiful and luminous and gorgeous and all the things that you want. But I spray this in my hair before I use any heated products. You can use it in the hair dry or wet, and then I will just comb through the hair strands with my fingers. The next tool that is a must-have is a straightener. I use the Nano Titanium by BABYLISS Pro, and I use this on the 300 or 320 setting. It goes up to 450. I have really, really coarse, dry hair, and so my hair takes really well to curl. If your hair doesn't take as well to curl, you can bump up the heat, but I will mention the reason that I keep it at a lower heat setting is that the curl will not be as bouncy. It will be more of a loose wave if you have it on a lower heat setting, and that's exactly the look that I'm going for. Now that I have all my tools, I am ready to do my hair. So I go in with my trusty clip. Does not matter what clip you use. I just like separating out my hair so that I can be sure that I get all of the hairs curled on the head. And then I start from like the top of my ears and pull the hair back this way. And then on this bottom layer, because I have a blunt haircut, I rotate between curling and straightening. And the way that I curl is I hold the straightener, and you'll be able to see this through the splicing that I put in. I'll show you exactly how to do it. I hold the straightener always up and down like this. I want to get a curl that comes away from the head, that isn't too bouncy and isn't too round. That's why I really like the size of this iron and keeping it on a low setting. So I will grab the hair from the root, kind of straighten the root a little bit, and then pull away from my head while twisting the straightener. And I alternate as well, you'll see through the rest of my head, between turning it halfway, which gives me less of a curl, and pulling it out, and then turning it all the way on itself and pulling it out. But I always am sure to straighten the bottom of the strand. That is the most important part. You do not want your curls falling into one another. And so alternating the size of the strand and alternating the half turn and the full turn will make sure that those strands don't fall into one another, as well as alternating, like I do down here at the very bottom, between curling and straightening. Am I making sense so far? I partition my hair into 3 different sections. So after I do this bottom layer, then I'll pull from like my temples back and pull up the rest of it. And then I'll alternate between that half turn, full turn as well, all around the head. Then on this very, very top layer, I have found that I find the best curl not in getting like a bulk of hair like this, but you want it to be kind of a longer surface so that when you pull it up, it looks something like this as opposed to like this. I don't know why, but that is how I've been able to find the best curl. And I want to make sure that my roots are lifted away from my head and up. And so I pull the straightener up toward the ceiling while still leaving it like parallel with my head, and then I'll turn it that way. But I want to make sure that the heat is also helping to lift the hair, keep it off of the scalp, and give me lots of volume right here at the root. Through this video that I like tousle my hair a lot. I very, very, very rarely use a comb on my hair, a comb, a brush, anything. Even right after the shower when I put the oil in, I'm just combing through with my hands. I don't like the look of a brush through hair, so I will tousle and kind of play with the hair just in my own hands so that it doesn't look as like consistent, and I really love how gritty it looks that way, just so that I can really tousle it with my hands. I feel like it looks more beachy, natural. Thumbs up if you agree. So once I have gotten the hair all curled, I use 3 different products to keep it in place. The first is the KRISTIN S Beach Wave Spray. And the reason that I love this over even some of my really high-end, like $50 beach sprays, is that it not only gives you texture, but it doesn't dry out the hair. As someone who has really dry hair, I need something that's also hydrating, and this does just that, but keeps it in place. All I do is lift up the hair from the ends and then spray all around the head. And you can go to town on this guy. It's only 15 bucks from Target. I pick these up every single time I go. Then to ensure that my hair looks shiny and healthy, I will just go back in with a few pumps of the WELLA Oil Reflections smoothing oil. Just a couple pumps of this, warm it between the hands, and then I will stick it in my ends to make sure they're not only looking hydrated, but they're looking separated and glossy. Then the last step, and this one is the most fun and probably one of my favorite products in my hair lineup, and that is the SEBASTIAN Microweb fiber. This stuff is so rad, especially if you have really short hair. It gives a lot of texture to the bottom of the hair, and it also keeps down all of your flyaways. That is why I love it. I have dry hair, but I also have like lots of regrowth. I have had children, thank you very much, and I need to keep these hairs looking tamed. And so you can put a dab of this on the palm of your hand and then kind of clap your palms together, and then you're gonna see it form like a web, and then you just put it over your part or wherever you're feeling like you have flyaways, and then I rub the excess through the palms and then just scrunch it through the bottom of the hair. This is really going to provide you with a lot of separation and dimension. And I have a really blunt cut, and so I want there to be lots of texture at the bottom. I don't want my curls falling into each other, and I don't want them to look really uniform. So that is how I keep them looking grungy, textured, separated. Oh, it's just my favorite product. While I have you here, I want to talk about a few more products. These are the products that help me keep my style lasting from 7 to 10 days. I know it seems crazy, but I have to mention these things because it's also something that is highly requested in my DM box. Like, how the freak do you go 7 to 12 days without washing your hair? Girl, I'll tell you right now. The first one is the KRISTIN Style Reviving Dry Shampoo. It does spray on white, which I was resistant to, but for $14, this stuff is amazing. Not only does it soak up oil, but it gives your roots an incredible lift. So I will spray this in at night, and then I will clip up my hair overnight. I'll show you. In this super stylish fashion. And this keeps your hair off of your scalp and allows the dry shampoo to really work its magic. And then in the morning, my hair isn't crunchy and crusty. It's just lifted and not oily anymore. If I do find that I need to use this during the day, I will use it with my, I'm like afraid to show you this brush, but this is the WETBRUSH Pro. It has like boar hairs and bristles. This is really good for spreading the dry shampoo through the hair. If you find that your dry shampoo is setting white into your hair, then just brush it through with this. I do like brushing it like upwards, so I'm not like pressing it into the scalp and pressing oil. So I will spray the dry shampoo and then kind of brush, can you guys see? Brush upward this way, like that. The next two items absolutely save my hair. The first one is this spa headband that I got from Amazon for like $4. But I will put my hair up and then wrap this around my head when I wash my face. And this makes it so that no water actually gets in the hairline. And the only thing that's affecting the longevity of my hair is my own greasy scalp. And it's not because I'm washing my face. Another thing that saves my hair from washing is this, because I still shower. I know there were some of you thinking that I don't shower every 7 to 12 days and you're like, girl, you nasty. No, I shower every single day. When I shower, I will clip my hair back like in a low bun, and then I will put this on my head. This is the BLOPRO. There are a few other versions of this. It's a shower cap, but it's lined with towel. So not only is it really tight around like the hair line, but it does keep the hair dry. Make sure that no moisture is getting inside of here, because I find that I used to use those all plastic ones and it was like the steam from my head was like making my hair more wet than it needed to be. So this has absolutely saved me for that reason. Okay, did I cover all of the bases? Do you guys feel like you know how to do this? Are you overwhelmed? Because I feel like it's really simple, but if it's not, be sure to leave me a comment down below and I'd be happy to answer any questions. I so appreciate you being here. Give thumbs up to hair tutorials. And if you're new here, hello, hello, hello. Subscribe before you leave so that you can see new videos coming up from me. And I hope you have a good hair day.